Welcome back to the Virgo Channel. My name is Laura. If you're new to the channel, I'm going to do a general message for Virgo. Know that energy is fluid. Rules could be reversed. Interpret the message as it best resonates with you. Also know on this channel and all my channels, I like to dive deep within the reading. So I do look at everything, but we take more time to look at the spiritual blocks, the shadows, and see how they play out as karmic themes. This will allow you to understand why your person's doing what they're doing. Very important when you're dealing with a person that wears masks, create facades, because a lot of times their masks, their facades and illusions trigger us. And those triggers allow us to see why the universe brought this person into our life. When you understand why this person is in your life, you're able to integrate the spiritual lesson. When you integrate the spiritual lesson, you ultimately change the energy of the connection, which is not just beneficial for the connection or at least yourself, but you actually heal yourself. And that's really important. A lot of times we go through experiences that are traumatic and we don't heal. And then what happens is we wind up attracting the same type of situations, and the same type of situations play out, making us perceive that we can't have, that there's something wrong with us. It creates a shadow. And so until we actually learn the spiritual lesson, we will continue to attract like imbalanced energy that's either the same type of situation or a situation that is ultimately just as equally imbalanced. So we want to break karmic cycles that keep us stuck in a place of limitation, keeping us stuck in a place of fear. Any emotion that is derived from fear we ultimately don't want to have. So we can do that if we heal. So let's jump in. I want to got itchy. I don't know what that means. Means something. All right, let's see what the word of the video is. Now, again, for those of you that want to enter into winning a free reading, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Again, write the word of the video in your comment bar. The word of the video is nervousness. Nervousness. I feel like you're in separation from someone that's nervous to contact you because I feel like they've been watching you for a long time and you are not the same person that they remember you as. I feel like everything's changed about you, that you even look different to this person. They see you hanging out with different people, they see you doing different things. So it's almost like they don't know you. And I also feel like they want to approach you, they want to talk to you, but they don't even really know what to say. So the underlining energy is nervousness. Nervousness. Which is, I wish I could say what I really feel someday, but right now I'm afraid to be myself. So it's again, we see the nervousness. So I'm feeling like this person knows that every chance they had to fix this connection, they didn't. So they're nervous about that. I also feel like they're just not in a good place within their life. I I feel like for some person that this person might have just lost their job. There's just a sense that this person does not feel strong within their life, and then they're like reflecting back on this connection, and they're not liking how this connection ended either. Want to just go a little bit deeper. And so again, knowledge and wisdom. So we know that again, due to the sacred geometry and the dove, that is a soulmate connection. So I feel like this person didn't know who you were. Like I feel like they didn't give you enough time. When they had the opportunity to, they didn't. Now that you've been in separation from them and they've been watching you and I feel like their feelings have grown because they're liking what they see. They actually like what they see now more than they like like the energy that you used to hold, when they first met you. So it's like, again, but this person feels insecure, they feel inadequate, they're feeling nervous because they realize how they treated you was really bad. And I feel like this person doesn't want to be rejected. Let's look and see. We'll just pull. They were reckless with your energy. They tried to like form an attachment, and that's again where they wanted you to like need them. That was like they didn't want you to like want them. They wanted you to need them. They wanted you to be consumed with them. That's what they wanted, while they would be like distracted. Distracted, like you would feel like, well, you want me to be so caught up with you and be there for your every beck and call and be around for you. But then when you made time, you're like, well, I felt like they were there, but physically, but emotionally, they weren't there. They were distracted. And so it's almost like this person just is really, I feel like someone that's just unaware of how to be in a relationship, okay? Unaware of how to be. So it's not so much that this person was deceiving to get over. I just feel like they created a lot of illusions to almost act as if they were more superior. And so they would do this by being inconsistent, hoping to trigger your insecurity, but understand this person was insecure. That's why they did what they did. It does, and now that it doesn't make sense, but that's the reason. It's like it's mainly when a person comes in and out of your life is called intermittent manipulation. And that is really what creates an attachment. And so insecure people normally like fall for this. And it's again into like a codependent connection, but also only a person that's insecure will navigate a relationship like this. The problem is the person's insecure, but they're like have narcissistic tendencies. So again, it's all about control. It's about, and to make them seem a lot more superior and so that they could get over and deceive, but they're not aware of their behavior. That's the problem. Again, we see it again, blind spot. So like where this person tends to get caught up in the whirlwind of the passion of the connection. And I feel like it triggers a lot of their insecurities. And then all these behaviorisms come out where, again, where they want to form that connection, where they come on really, really strong and they form that attachment and through deceiving, through the manipulative, in the intermittent manipulation and by creating illusions and really hoping that you will also have the blind spot by getting caught up in the whirlwind of the passion instead of what's really happening. And so, but at the end of the day, that's all that there would be is passion, and you would feel like you were alone. And that's the thing. It's like this person has a lot of traumas to the point that their relationship lives are always rocky because relationships are always with them are left in ruins. And it's because what happens is they emotionally neglect and they tend to be in their dark side. So meaning their dark side, they have a lot of shadows. And those shadows like will show themselves like through their trauma where they act angry, they feel inadequate because of it. They're terrified of rejection. They have fear of change. Yes, they know that this is a past life connection, but this person's full of fear. So they create, and that fear is again, you not staying with them, you not really liking them because there's a part of this person that's very fragmented. Again, very insecure. Someone that wants to be perceived as confident, so they create the illusions and the illusions to make their self-image appear a lot better than it actually is. And what they do, again, to form that attachment, it's all through passion, but it's this dominant passion. That like that's all that it is. It forms this contract where, there's so much passion and there's so much heat, but there's no real emotional intimacy. It's where that this person, like I said, I feel like all they know is how to be and have an attachment. An attachment feels normal to them, the karmic contract. But we know that the karmic contract, it's all about what holds it together. It's the passion, it's the sex, but it's this dominance that this person portrays in the bedroom. So it's almost like where people become addicted to it. I know that it sounds crazy, but it's like because they tend to seek out people that they feel like are emotionally don't have. So, like, emotionally aren't filling their own cup. And that's unfortunately the majority of people. So, it's not like they sought you out and said, oh, you emotionally don't. The majority of people don't. So, they again come in with this very dominant energy, acting like they want this big love affair, and they really don't. What they want is a one-sided relationship. And what they'll do is they create a lot of jealousy. And again, they have a lot of bad habits that they need to change. So the relationship always winds up again with betrayal. So you're never comfortable. You're always stressed out. This type of connection creates a lot of paranoia because it's like who this person is. It's like you don't really feel like they're there. You're paranoid whether or not are they going to show up for you? Are they not going to show up for you? Are they talking to somebody else? Do they really care? There's a need then to control in order to feel safe. This is what this person likes. They like to, again, be the authority. And they also like to take risks within the relationship. We know they have inner child. They need healing. They need a lot of healing. And that's the problem. It's like this person, just like I said, has a lot of issues within past relationships that they brought into this relationship. They have a lot of negative, like they don't know how to be in a regular relationship. They only know how to have the upper hand and be in a relationship. That's the really type of relationship that they feel comfortable in because they feel inadequate. And I feel like, unfortunately, like I said, to be in a connection like this, you're always worried that they're going to again not show up because they're focused mainly, believe it or not, even though they dominate and they control and they form these attachments, they're still afraid of rejection. Which, by the way, if we're always afraid, if we're always coming from a place of feeling not good enough, afraid, inadequate, this is this person because they feel inferior, they're insecure, They have fear of rejection. They have inner child healing. They have paranoia that you're not going to stay with them. Well, imagine their emotions. This person's bipolar. They're all over the place, is what I feel like. Where it's almost like they want you to have patience with them, but what you see is that this connection would be nothing but hard work. Nothing but hard work. It wouldn't be a joyous experience. This person, like, I feel like you have like really assessed the situation and evaluated this person and looked closer at this person. Like you already have done that, and the issue is that this person is closed-minded. This person, like, when there's a problem, they avoid you. There's a part of this person that you feel like is refusing to face reality because they're not in a connection to, like, they're not giving you what you need. And there's a sense that they just feel like that if they avoid it, eventually, like it's just going to kind of work out, which doesn't make sense. But that's again where this person has a lot of fear-based thinking when it comes to relationships. So the way that they deal with things is they avoid. But again, there's still this a lot of passion. But this person has so much baggage. And it's, again, their spiritual baggage. So even though that this is a soulmate relationship, I feel like you wanted to let go. You let go because you're like, I'm not going to be in a codependent connection where you possess me. Like you feel like, again, you would be getting yourself into a karmic contract with this person. Like you saw exactly what it is that this person would be dominating you. Like you'd be in this cage. That's what it would be. They were hoping you'd be oblivious to it. It's all about them controlling, dominating you, confining you. I mean, that's truth of the matter. And it's because this person, they just, when it comes to the, like, being in relationships, I feel like it's all about them like winning. I know it's all about them winning. That's the best way to say. And I just feel like you're like, you learned from this experience. That's what happened. And when you learned, like you just it killed the relationship because it's like you can't see what this person has shown you already. It's like who they are all over the place. Like it's like everything's a big problem. Everything's a mess. Everything, like it would require so much patience because this person, like, again, has to always win. They'll take it to the extreme and they need inner child healing. That's their issue, you know? So yeah, there is a spiritual connection, but it's there. But remember, fear is also like a spiritual lesson that we have to learn. And there's two energies, love and fear. This person is nervous because they didn't give this connection the care that it needed. They didn't want to do that. So again, they know what they should have done. And that what they're saying is like pretty much like, I don't think that you're going to be with me. And it's like, no, because I feel like this person didn't communicate anything to you. They tried to stonewall you. They tried to, again, be very cold and calculating with it and like give you a hard love, but what happened is it pushed you into a place of, again, like it destroyed the relationship, and it not just destroyed the relationship, but it transformed you, and it healed certain things within inside of you. It took the blinders off. That's really what it can happen. It's almost like this situation that even though it broke the situation, it helped heal, helped fix parts of you that were emotionally disconnected. So it's almost like, no, it's like you you ended this connection. And you ended this connection because when you had tried to extend the olive branch, this person was not open to the connection. They wanted everything their way. They wanted everything to be their way. I feel like they had made a declaration like the relationship would get better, but that's not what happened. It's like they didn't repair the situation. That's not what happened. Instead, the relation stayed the same exact way. And it's mainly because they didn't really want to fix it. They didn't want to change it. They didn't want to go within. They kept it in a place of disconnection, you know? And so after a certain amount of time, you're like, you weren't getting anything. So again, what happened was at whatever power this person had over you, well, they lost it. It transformed you. All their craziness pushed you into like this brand new energy. And it's because this connection was strong. And for them to, again, want an attachment to you and feeling like you would, this is trauma bond relationship. Thing is, you didn't go into it, but there was a lot of love here. There was a lot of chemistry here. This was a soulmate connection. They had the opportunity to repair this connection. It's like they didn't. They didn't want to. They wanted to keep the blinders on. And the blinders due to their inner child wounds, and it pushed you right into a place of transformation because you were like it was all the abuse that you put up with from when you were in the connection with this person, the lying. What you see is that you learned from the situation. Like I said, it's like you're like, I already know who you are. It's all about you dominating me and controlling me to make yourself feel more superior. It's like, but I feel like this is what this person actually feels, that this is love. Like, again, that there's a part of this person, yeah, like I said, that feels that it's love, but it's not love. It's like it's lust. And that's the problem. It's like the relationship is not balanced. And because it's not balanced, the relationship would not last. You know what I mean? And that's the problem. It's like the person would do as they always do. It's like, again, it would be, they're so worried that you're going to betray them that they betray you. They're a very low vibration. They need to heal. They need to heal. And then, because again, their behavior shows that they want to, again, just focus on the love and the romance and the lust and that connection. But what you see is it's again, this person would control you. It's again, they want it would be all about, again, submitting and feeling powerless in the connection. And that's because of who they are. It's like they're not strong enough within themselves for you to actually be on a high vibration. They want to pull you down to their low vibration. And that's the problem. And so even though in their mind they actually do have some feelings here, but it's again, we see what it is. So we have to say, I mean, are they going to do anything different? I don't feel like they will, but we'll pull like one to see. They're filled with regret on how they treated you. They wish they can fix things. They didn't mean what they said. They can't stand the thought of you being with somebody else. Again, there's that passion. So that's what we see. They still feel like there's a bond. They know that the rose-colored glasses, how you see them, it's off. And I just feel like the chemistry again that this person feels that you and this person have is off the chart. So that's again what this person is really focusing on. And again, they do dream of you. Um, and they're faced with the constant reminders of you. Because again, there is this a lot of passion, a lot of lust. But like again, I'm feeling like they need a lot of healing because all that they're focused on here is the lust, is the bedroom, is that it's again, there's nothing else here. So they can trick themselves into thinking that they really have feelings for you. I just want you to know that because they're like, they don't have you. That there was always a connection there. I just feel like they wanted the upper hand. You didn't give them that. And so again, the narcissist gets triggered and it's like, triggered with abandonment because you left. They lost control. So now, they're thinking about you all the time, all the time, all the time, all the time, all the time. And in that, like I said, it's this person like has always has feelings and their passion is still there. So it's like that's what's growing, but it's not real. It's passion based. So like I said, it's like I feel like this person feels bad about what they did and but I don't see them coming back. I don't see them wanting to come back, meaning they don't want to come back to you. They would like the connection to work, but I don't feel like they want to come, they want to put the effort in to come back, and that's the issue. Um, they wish that they'll tell you that they've done playing games. This is what this person feels. They wish that you were there with them, but they have like so much trauma and their unhealthy habits and behaviorisms that, you know, the relationship wouldn't work. So it's not that this person isn't full of lust. You're the first thing on their mind when they wake up. But but understand this person has sabotaged the connection by accident. They didn't mean to sabotage the connection, but they sabotaged the connection with all their fuckery. And now it's like because you took your energy away, they're like, thinking about the chemistry, they're thinking about the pattern. They were always attracted to you, you know, but I feel like this person, ran away because they felt that they couldn't live up to your needs and your expectations. So, like you wanted them to act a certain way. If they acted like a soulmate, that they need to, I mean, if they felt like a soulmate, they needed to act like a soulmate. This person didn't do that. They acted like they didn't care, even though that they did care. And so in that to prove a point, they, betrayed you. When meanwhile they're like afraid that you're the one that's gonna leave. They have all these inner child wounds that trigger them. So until they heal that and actually heal all the other stuff they like this relationship would be all about dominance control through passion again and that's a karmic contract and that is an attachment and that would not make you happy. That would keep you stuck in a place of confinement because of this person's insecurity. It's again and it's all about them controlling you and you submitting to them in order to feel strong. in order to feel like capable. And that's not, it means that you have to completely suppress who you are. So, well, that's what I feel like. It's like what I feel is that they wish they could fix things, they could, but they would have to really own up and change. And what we see is that I don't see anything that says that they're willing to do that. Not one. It's like in regret. You're the first person to make them feel this way, but it's again, but this person is again, please don't give up on me. So again, and that they run to avoid facing their problems. And here we see it again, passion and desire. So this is what is keeping this person stuck to you, just so you know. But it's a lot of excuses. It's a lot of I wish I could take it back. They can, but they would have to surrender their ego. They'd have to come in correct. They're afraid they can't live up to your expectations. Well, that means that they're expecting you to lower your standards. And the reason why this connection doesn't ever evolve is because you're not lowering your standards and they're not rising up. And if anything, the rose-colored glasses of how you saw this person, they're off because you see who they truly are now, not for like who you perceive they were, like, right? These rose-colored glasses that are off. And Spirit says you connected to this person again. We have to see. Again, you're a mirror of who and what comes into your life. What is the energy that made you manifest this person? And Spirit says inner child wound number one is frustration. Self-sabotage is second. Naive, suppression, rage, sing. One more, which is belittled. So, as I said, you're a mirror of who and what comes into your life. And so what we see here is, again, suppression and belittled, again, emotional abuse. And so, like, where life was difficult. If we have a parent that's, belittling us, making us feel bad, it's very overstimulating as a child. It becomes like to the point where you don't try anymore because you don't think that you're going to succeed. And so it's almost like you were suppressed. You were suppressed through emotional abuse. So life was frustrating, especially like if you can't relax and if the person that you're supposed to feel safe around is not, and the person that's supposed to give you support is again not doing that, well, life becomes hard. You held on to a lot of anger. You were raised by someone that was angry in order for them to belittle you as well, because happy people don't do that. So the negative energy is rage, but rage is really, we know, fear, because there's only two energies, love and fear. And so the energy derived from fear is rage, is angry. It feels better. That's why people do that. It doesn't make a person feel weak. But understand, I believe that because of this energy, you also didn't believe that you were deserving of love or someone that got like overstimulated when opportunities were going good, even to the point that you would get in your own way. You can sabotage the connection by being naive, by being a little needy within the connection. So being connected to somebody that emotionally was not capable of giving you. This is what we see because the person is only looking at the passion. They only want to do that. So again, they didn't really know even what they wanted, but they know that they wanted the passion. So again, how are they going to get that? Well, through trickery, through again utilizing your good nature. So even though like naive can be a plus sometimes because, you're always looking at people through the best light, through the lens of unconditional love, because children look at things through innocence, right? Again, they don't look at a person and say, you're trying to get over on me. They're treating, well, I believe that this person also, kind of thought that you were naive because you looked at them as if they were a genuine person, when meanwhile, they were in and out of your life. They were inconsistent. They didn't want to just give you time and energy. They didn't want to give you anything. They actually felt like you were going to stay hooked on forever, that you were going to stay naive. So again, where as a child you were belittled, so using your voice, well, that was difficult because you were taught not to. So again, the habits and behaviorisms that were created to help you survive in childhood, where you were belittled and emotionally abused, you weren't allowed to, again, set boundaries. You just had to, again, go along with it, which is why the rage, why life, again, became difficult because of the belittling, and belittling is a form of suppression, where again, made to feel that you weren't deserving of. So when we feel like we're not deserving of, we can either will overdo or underdo. We again self-sabotage, and by getting in our own way, letting fear dictate. So really, Spirit saying it's like, by being with this person, that would have been definitely self-sabotaging to you, because what we see is they're all about the passion and desire, but they haven't fed the connection enough on an emotional level. So as soon as they would actually get you, they would go back into this same cycle of what it's been, which is all about the passion, and then nothing else. Because this person's fragmented. They don't want, if they're going to have that type of connection that's so strong and so intense, they have to dominate it because they don't really believe that, you would stay. They know that you have expectations, and they don't really think that they can live up to those expectations because they don't really want to try to even do it. It's a laziness is what we saw. You're like, they're lazy. So again, that's being with a person that's not going to make you happy, and that would be self-sabotaging to you, which again is a form of keeping your energy down. So even though this person may not be emotionally and psychologically belittling you and keeping your energy down, they're making you feel unworthy. They would keep you in a place of rage and angry because it's again making you feel like you're not deserving of love. The relationship would be nothing but frustration. Life would be difficult because life is difficult being connected to a person that only cares about themselves and only wants one part of the connection, only wants to focus on the physical, right? But doesn't want to do anything else within the connection. It's again that you would feel used, you'd feel abused. So that's why you let go. That's why this person feels bad because I don't think that they realized it, but they, they pushed it to a point where they were like, I'm going to be the winner here. They wanted to get what they wanted. So they pushed it. You let go. They didn't realize you let go. You saw it all. It's not like you didn't. But it doesn't matter. It's like who wants to be in a connection where it's only about the passion? That's the only thing that they would talk about. You probably want to talk about anything and anything, and this person would continually bring it back to sex, about that, just flirty, just surface. And then they'll say, well, relationships don't work out. Well, of course they don't, because that's how you make the relationship. So a spirit says this connection was to just help you alchemize the negative energy that, you were brought up in an environment where people made you feel as if you weren't worthy. So, alchemizing that negative energy is going through the same type of experience where people are making you feel unworthy and doing something different and doing something with that energy. Again, and realizing that there's limited potentiality. The only limits that you have are the ones that you put on yourself. That, this person would restrict you. This person would limit you. This person would keep you stuck in that childhood trauma of feeling the same exact way that you felt when you were growing up. And really, Spirit's saying, like by alchemizing it, there's limits to the potential. So take the leap of faith in a completely different direction. You know, the risk will be rewarded, Spirit says. So it's all about you being on your soul's path, listening to your soul's path right now. It's again listening to your soul. Really, that's like whatever your soul wants, it'll help you find yourself. It'll help you again build unshakable faith. Really, that's really what Spirit's saying. And that this situation was just a stepping stone to help you again to heal because there's infinite possibilities. But you had to bust again the chains, release the limiting beliefs that have bound you to this energy of not deserving of being with somebody that's one-sided, that wants to dominate you, that wants to utilize you for what they want to utilize you for, but they don't want to give on an equal level, that they don't want to do that. Where again, being raised by someone that did that, it's very easy to go back into a connection like fall for that because again, a lot of times growing up in that environment, if you haven't done the healing work, you're still not strong within yourself. So you would look for someone that appears stronger when really this person isn't strong, they're weak. Again, and they'll give the illusion that they're strong, but they're not. Someone that does all this. So to go back into this situation and to, do things differently allows you to like really see that no one can stop you, only you can stop you. And it's those limiting beliefs that happened in childhood, that those limiting beliefs where you were told that you were unworthy, where you were belittled, where you were made to feel like, again, like non-deserving, where Spirit's saying you are deserving. Just because this person makes you feel that way doesn't mean that you live that way. It's to, again, to integrate those core beliefs, which is what busting the chains represents. It's to help you. It's to help you like alchemize that energy. And Spirit ends off with is all about balancing you to find, and you do this by finding the balance between each sphere of your life, that you are the master of your daily life. So make time to nourish your spirit and your physical. Bring love to your world by fulfilling the needs of your body, mind, and soul. This is all about you getting strong within yourself right now. It's again without anyone. Um, and knowing your inner beauty, knowing again that you open your eyes to your heart and you direct your gaze to the light within every being. Your personality, your physical appearance are in the image of man. Beauty and goodness are in the image of God. So that you, again, radiate that energy of God that's inside of you, which is just coming from a place of unconditional love and loving yourself. And you do that by balancing your life, making sure that your life is balanced. And that means time for friends, time for work, time for your hobbies, interests, passions, so that your life is fully like balanced in where it's not just work, it's not just play, and that you're really interactive in life, that you're grounded because the universe then works through the environment to bring you the people, situations, and experiences that are going to help grow you, that are going to match your energy. Be the energy of unconditional love. So the universe can bring you more things that are going to love you, that are going to nurture you, that are going to help reparent you. Again, because if that parent, again, made you feel unworthy, well, again, the universe then wants to make you feel worthy, and you can again do that not just through nurturing yourself, but listening to your soul and, like I said, taking a leap of faith in a completely different direction, so that you can learn more about yourself, so that you can again grow your faith. And then when you're so strong within yourself, well, then the universe, like I said, then grants you not just, things that are going to help heal you, but things that are going to like really fill you up on a I want to say a passion level, like a way that you really feel fulfilled, that you feel whole, so that you are balanced, then then you are going to attract again the things that are more balanced to you, and not like this person, because this person was really imbalanced, and they were imbalanced because your life wasn't balanced, and your life wasn't balanced mainly because of that inner child wounding that has been continuing to play out, like within your relationships, as people like acting like they don't know your worth, when really a lot of times they know your worth, they just don't want to come in correct to do what it takes. And at the end of the day, Spirit says that's what we saw, because the person's still prideful. They're not coming back. They're in regret. They're so, so sorry, but they're not doing anything. And so again, you're faced with the energy to walk away, but Spirit says that or stay. But if you stay, if you're just going to bring more energy, negative energy. So it's time to alchemize the energy. All right, Virgo, I know that that was a long one, but let me know how you resonated with this one, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.